Trophy Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Top two teams in the GRBL standings are set to meet each other in a showdown at high noon, and the action will only get hotter from there. Hello and welcome to Ozark Mountain Sports Complex in Ozark, Missouri, home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League since its inception in 2016. And today it's the site of a Sunday triple header, and we are coming in hot as the Republic Locos, 3-2, first place atop the GRBL North Division, take on the 4-1 Nixa Suckers, who are in command in the GRBL South. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger, and we welcome you in to this slate of rivalry games. Suckers and Locos for the one time this season. It is a rivalry. It's a rivalry sort of naturally occurring by geography, with Republic and Nixa being south and west of the mother city, Springfield, Missouri. It's also a rivalry between managers Chris Meza and Courtney Spitz, both of them veterans of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, and both of them take an immense amount of joy in beating each other at the game of baseball. It's also a rivalry because of the implications for the playoffs. A win today for the Nixa Suckers wouldn't guarantee it, but it would be awfully close to locking up the #1 overall seed in the Grip and Rip Baseball League playoffs, set to begin in October. With that #1 overall position, the Suckers would assure themselves a first-round bye in the playoffs, and they would also have home field advantage for both the semifinals and the Howard Bell Trophy Championship game on October 20th, should they win and advance. Republic Locos could upset the Suckers' apple cart a little bit, so that's #1. But the other thing they're playing for is some assurance in the Grip and Rip Baseball League North Division, a picture that is a little bit more complicated. Right now the Locos are 3-2. Springfield Metropolitans are 2-3, having won their last two games, and the Moon City Mavericks are 1-4, coming off of a win last week. So for the Mavs, 2 games back, they would need the Locos to lose twice, and they would need a lot of help in the runs allowed department. So not only do they need the Suckers to win this game, they need the Suckers to score a lot of runs in defeating the Locos. Not saying it's impossible, because the math is still mathing, but it's going to be a really tall order. Every team in the GRBL right now is in the hunt for playoff position. So the top 2 teams, the division winners in the North and South, clinch first-round byes, and they go on automatically to the GRBL semifinals, which will take place Sunday, October 13th, right here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. The remaining 4 teams, the non-division winners, head to the eliminators, and those take place on October 6th, also right here in this stadium, in this ballpark in Ozark, Missouri. It will be the way the seeds work is by overall finishing position in the league, so the teams will be seeded 3 through 6, with the 3rd seeded team playing the last place team, and then 4 and 5 play each other. And then we have a flex bracketing system, which a lot of professional sports leagues do that. So there's some incentive to be the number 1 overall team in the regular season, because you are guaranteed to play the team with the worst seed in the semifinal round. We will continue to dissect the playoff picture as it complicates itself. It always does this time of year. It's late September. We're going to be doing a lot of math problems on the fly, trying to figure out what the picture looks like. I can tell you right now, if the season came to an end before this game started, Locos and Suckers would have byes and would be in the semifinals. It would be the Branson Showmen taking on the Moon City Mavericks, and the Springfield Metropolitans would play the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Speaking of all those teams, they're all going to be in action later today. So at 3 o'clock, the Branson Showmen play the Ozark Mountain Ducks in a GRBL South Division game. Then at 6 o'clock on baseball night in the Ozarks, it's the Springfield Metropolitans taking on the Moon City Mavericks. We're keeping a close eye on the weather today. Right now, the sun has peeked through the clouds, and our temperature is hanging out right at 79 degrees. It feels warmer than that because of a 68% relative humidity and a 69-degree dew point temperature without too much wind. So feels like 84. It is humid. It's going to warm even more than that as the day goes on. We're looking at an afternoon high of 82 degrees. We are also watching the skies to the west because there is a chance of thunderstorms in the forecast for Ozark, Missouri, with the potential for some heavy rain. So from about 3 p.m. onward is when we think we will really be in the window. We're going to keep an eye on the barometer to drop as well. Right now it's at 29.9 inches of mercury. If we drop down into the mid to low 29.8s, that's probably a good indicator that we are going to get some rain. But for the moment, we're playing baseball, and for the moment, our attention is firmly grounded with the Republic Locos and the Nixa Suckers. Let's meet the starters. Locos doing something interesting and shuffling the lineup. They will lead off with their catcher, Canada's greatest export, Jared Fox. He wears number 14. Batting second and playing right field today from Branson, Missouri, by way of Venezuela, Arturo Liendo. Batting third is the first baseman from Steelville, Missouri, Kanan Greer. Batting fourth is the left fielder, Andrew Meyer. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Jason Rose, and we expect the native of El Cajon, California, to get some innings on the pitcher's mound before this one is over. Batting sixth and playing center field today is Scott Wilson out of Miller, Missouri. Batting seventh is the second baseman, Tommy Berg. Batting eighth, the third baseman from Willard, Missouri, Johnny Lee Ryan Jr. Batting ninth is the shortstop, number 15, Caleb Kaufman. And batting 10th, the extra hitter from Springfield, Missouri, Zach Ralph. Starting on the pitcher's mound today from Joplin, Missouri, by way of La Crosse, Wisconsin, John Bortz. Nixa Suckers are the home team. They'll be in their traditional navy blue jerseys with gray pants, navy blue caps with red bills. They will lead off with the shortstop from Florida, Puerto Rico, Dabisai Pizarro. Batting second, the center fielder from Bolivar, Missouri, Jared Brashler. Batting third is the catcher. He is from Springfield, Missouri. He has been in the GRBL since 2018, Courtney Spitz. Batting fourth is the third baseman from Kansas City, Missouri, Ben Wade. Batting fifth, the first baseman. He wears number 1 out of Branson, Missouri. Actually now resides in Cabot, Arkansas, Hayden Gibson. Batting in the 6th spot is the second baseman, number 14, Seth Burns. Batting 7th, the left fielder, Brandon Winder. Batting in the 8th position is the right fielder, originally from Miami of Ohio, Michael Doman. And batting 9th is the extra hitter. He wears number 16, Lance Kennedy. Actually, he's the designated hitter. They are, I do believe, not batting the pitcher. Their starting mound man, a right-hander from Springfield, Missouri, who went to Missouri State University, Logan Wiley. We will step aside, come back, bring you our opening pitch. It is right after this. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free all day on YouTube, and it's brought to you by the Bank of Missouri.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Logan Wiley is back, and that's bad news for the Republic Locos. Right-hander out of Missouri State University set to go for the Nixa Suckers as they look to lock up the #1 overall seed in the GRBL playoffs. Logan Wiley, 27 years old. He went to Kickapoo High School in Springfield, Missouri, 1 year at Kansas State, and then he finished out his college career at Missouri State University. In 2021, he played a season with the Windy City Thunderbolts of the Independent Minor Pro Frontier League, where he carried a 3.20 ERA in 98 1/3 innings pitched. He broke into the Grip and Rip a season ago with the 2023 Nixa Suckers, pitching 16 innings, allowing 7 earned runs, racking up a 3.94 ERA. In 2024, Wiley's been quite good. 20 innings, 3 earned runs on 19 hits, 21 strikeouts to just 3 walks and 3 hit batsmen, computing out to a 1.35 ERA. Went 17 innings before he allowed a run this season and 18 innings without an earned run. So the first man Logan Wiley will face is Jared Fox. Wiley missed his last start, ran a marathon last weekend, so understandably took some time off to stretch his legs. Didn't matter as the Suckers were able to win 7-2. There's a fly out to the left fielder Brandon Winder off the bat of Jared Fox on the first pitch to get us started. First pitch is away at 12:03 p.m. So we're just running a few seconds behind to start this thing off. Arturo Liendo, originally from Venezuela, sponsored by Shamos House Restaurant and the Roof Repair Pros in Branson, Missouri, where he now calls home. Liendo 3 for 5 with a double and a run batted in. Had a game-winning RBI for the Locos back on August 11th as they defeated the Springfield Mets. Swung and missed at an outside pitch there, 0-2. Wiley sets up and runs one in. That's inside for a ball. Umpires for this one, Josh Halcomb, on the bases, and Brian Lozano, who has been a pretty steady contributor to the Grip and Rip on a weekly basis behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Calls the strikeout of Arturo Liendo there, and it's 2 away in the very early going between the Nixa Suckers and the Republic Locos. Batter is Kanan Greer. So Greer out of Steelville, Missouri, went to Crowder College. Played baseball and basketball in high school at Steelville. He is 3 for 6 with a walk, so limited run, but the on-base percentage is healthy. Had 6 hits as a rookie back in 2021. Had a couple of years where he's been off of team rosters, but broke back into the league and got drafted this season. He's in the hole here, 0-2 against Logan Wiley, who threw a breaking pitch that is chopped back to the mound. Wiley off of the mound makes the throw to Hayden Gibson in time. So it's 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Just underway here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. We're scoreless between the Nixa Suckers and the Republic Locos, the league's 2 first-place teams, going at it for the only time this regular season.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
John Boards, the 43-year-old quality food safety manager who works for Blue Buffalo Pet Foods, on the pitcher's mound today out of Wisconsin La Crosse. Now calls Joplin, Missouri his home. He's originally from Portage, Wisconsin. Played several years in the Wisconsin Home Talent League before the family moved to Southwest Missouri, and John Bortz found a place to play in the Grip and Rip League in 2022. He has been a member of the Republic Locos for all 3 of his GRBL seasons, and this, the 3rd chapter in the trilogy, has been a good one. 16 innings for Bortz, 8 earned runs on 12 hits, 23 strikeouts, ranks 2nd in the league at the moment. 3 walks, he's hit 3 batters, and he's got a 4.50 ERA. Last time out was a week ago, September 15th against Moon City, where Bortz pitched 3 scoreless innings, scattering 2 hits, striking out 5, and walking a batter. And Bortz seems to have found it in the starter's role for the Locos. We suspect he will be on assignment for about 3 innings today. Again, league rules, if you're not familiar with the Grip and Rip or just getting used to GRBL baseball here in Season 9. Pitchers may throw a maximum of 3 innings per game, but each team may designate one pitcher with the 3+ tag, or to be the 4 or 5 inning guy, as it is sometimes called. But one pitcher may throw a maximum of 5, and that designee does not have to be the starter, so Locos have been saving it back. You know, we've seen Bortz have some 5-inning assignments. Matter of fact, had one on August 18th where he pitched 4 2/3 of a perfect game, and then hit a guy to break up the perfecto. But nonetheless, today I suspect the assignment is going to be 3 innings for John Bortz. We'll likely see the Suckers counter with a 5-inning day for Logan Wiley. But there are always tricks up the sleeve, and you know, I hate to say it, I've been lied to before in meetings with GRBL managers about what the strategy might be, as Davisai Pizarro looks at a called strike 1. Suckers shortstop is from Florida, Puerto Rico. Came to Missouri to go to Park University in Kansas City. Hit .298 in 4 seasons at Park. Moved to Springfield to go to Cox College, where he's pursuing a master's degree in occupational therapy. Also teaching some lessons. So if you have a youngster who needs to learn how to play, especially on the infield, highly recommend Dobby Sai. 2-1 swing and a towering drive, tailing foul up and out of play, third base side. It's going to get just past the edge of the seats. In this big ballpark here in Ozark, Missouri, 5,000 seats. Once you get clear of the seating areas, there are a couple of grassy berms on either side, or down both baselines rather. And so the grass seems to be a popular spot for foul balls to go. So a popular spot for kiddos to engage in the sport of rolling, sliding, or occasionally falling down the hill. So Pizarro has worked it full against John Bortz. 0-0, bottom of the first. Bortz runs one in. Pizarro swung on. A little inside-out swing, fouled it off. Sounded like that hit the roof of the press box. So Pizarro back in for another 3-2. 6th pitch. Actually, 7th pitch of the sequence coming up here. Swung on and driven into left. Meyer, the left fielder, camping under it, and Andrew Meyer makes the catch to make the out. So 1 away. That'll bring up Nix's center fielder, Jared Brashler. Suckers are a little bit short-handed today. They're without Jordan Fitzpatrick, who has been taking weekend assignments as part of his coaching duties at Central Methodist University in Fayette, Missouri. They're also without Jamar Averyhart today. He's an outfielder who's been dinged up quite a bit, dealing with some injuries after colliding with a fence back in August over at Metter Park. And lastly, Suckers are without the services of rookie Alan Butterfield today, who's been playing some good ball. He's not injured, just had a non-baseball commitment that he needed to go and honor, so he's doing that. A planned absence, if you will. As John Bortz threw a wild one, sending Brashler ducking out of the way. They exchange pleasantries there, and he'll go back to the mound. It'll be 2-0 when he hops back up there. So Brashler digs in deep in the batter's box. Bortz attacked slider on the outer half for a called strike. Locos playing Brashler pretty well straight up. Guarding the lines are the corner infielders, Greer and Ryan. Giving up a fair bit of the middle here. Fastball outside, and the count is full. Brashler 4 for 17 with a couple of runs batted in on the season. Off speeder misses high, and it is a walk. Third walk for Jared Brashler in 6 games, and he is on for the very dangerous Courtney Spitz, the league's leader in base hits. Suckers catcher and manager has 11 of them. He's hitting .458, 11 for 24, 9 RBIs, a triple, 2 doubles. He's walked once and struck out 5 times. Swings and sends this one up the middle. That is through for a base hit, his 12th of the season. Advances Jared Brashler to second base. Courtney Spitz now with 48 hits in his career has just come on like a house of fire over the last 3 seasons in particular. He's been in the league since 2018, but has been a thing possessed from 2022 onward. If he keeps it up, we may see him get historic hit number 50 before the day is done. So here's Ben Wade. Ben Wade's 6 for 17 with 2 runs batted in. He's got 1 double. League leader in stolen bases with 8 of them. Puts the ball into play pretty well. That is in play out into right. Arturo Liendo just lost the baseball. Oh my goodness, this is trouble. Suckers are going to score at least 1. Brashler is across. It is 1-0. Spitz is coming home now. They faked the throw, so he scores. No play. It is 2-0. That was just a fly ball out to right, and then Arturo Liendo just lost it. Nonetheless, the Fish are in front, 2-0. One out, runner on second is Wade. A threat to steal, and the Locos infielders are crowding in, trying to hold him. Fastball from Bortz misses outside to the left-handed Hayden Gibson, and it's 1-0. Gibson's been cold. Just 1 hit in the first 5 games of the season. Does have a sacrifice fly, and yes, Ben Wade does take off. Throw was on the money, but it came out of the mitt of the third baseman, Johnny Ryan. He's going to go get a new glove. Yeah, it was a great throw by Jared Fox, and initially I thought Ryan did well applying the tag, but the ball just sort of dribbled out of the mitt as Wade slid in, so he steals his 9th stolen base of the season, puts him at third with a 1 down. So now Gibson could make it 3-0 with a long fly ball to the outfield. He's in the hole here, 1-2. Lives in Cabot, Arkansas, outside of Little Rock in the middle part of the state. It's about a 4.5 to 5 hour commute one way to play baseball here on Sundays. But he has been loyal to this league since 2020. Two to the Road Warrior. Down on strikes he goes. John Bortz bearing down. Gets the second out. His reward is that he gets to face another hot bat for the Fish. Sleeper Missouri's Seth Burns. The Cattleman, 6 for 14 with 5 runs batted in. This is perhaps the best Seth Burns we've ever seen since he broke in 2020. Looked at a called strike on the outer half on a Bortz slider. So he is quickly down 0-2. Like this approach from the Wisconsinite John Bortz. Another slider, and it got Seth Burns. So John Bortz, after a fly ball did not go the Locos' way and the Suckers took a 2-0 lead, gets back-to-back strikeouts, but certainly first blood has been drawn. Nixa Suckers lead the Locos 2-0. The Railmen look to answer when we come back.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Logan Wiley back to work for the Nixa Suckers. Now with a 2-run cushion to work with as they score a pair in the bottom of the first. Be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Locos, Meyer, Rose, and Wilson. Andrew Myers first up, stands in the left-handed batter's box. Sponsored by Springfield Cornhole. He's originally from Dixon, Missouri, and went to college 2 years at Southwest Baptist, and then finished with 2 years at Missouri Western State in St. Joseph in 2020 and 2021, appearing in a total of 126 college games. That's to the third baseman, Wade. 2 shuffle steps and a throw over to first is in time to get the first out. So Ben Wade continuing to play well. He was sort of a man without a position as a rookie in 2023. Still won the league's Rookie of the Year award, but seems to have found himself on the hot corner. Playing some good defense. Here is Jason Rose out of University of Utah looking at a strike. Rose 1 for 9. Was a professional pitcher in the Milwaukee Brewers organization for 2 seasons after going in the 8th round of the 2017 draft. Lives here in Southwest Missouri and works for Delta Roofing. 0-2, looked at a fastball rather than chasing it, and it's 1-2. Breaking ball from Wiley falls off. That was a slider. Kind of see the body language there from Logan Wiley. A little hop in frustration, knowing he missed down. 2-2 pitch to Rose is what he wanted. A called third strike. Second strikeout today for Logan Wiley. His 23rd on the season. Currently 3rd in the Elite Promotions Strikeout King standings, behind Tyler Abma of the Branson Showman and John Bortz of the Republic Locos. Scott Wilson hitting .250. He's 2 for 8. Went to Crowder College in his hometown of Neosho, Missouri, which is a junior college power. Now lives in Miller, managing a large commercial cattle operation. He's up here 2-0. Scott Wilson has been a GRBLer since 2021. This is his 4th team, so he's bounced around a little bit. He's been with the Mountain Ducks, the Suckers, the Mavericks, and now the Locos. He's just too useful to go undrafted. 3-0, called strike 1. He can pitch, he can play all 3 outfield spots. I've seen him play some first base. Swinging a chopper. If you asked him to rake the infield, he'd probably do that too. Full count, payoff pitch from Wiley, swung on, fouled back, we'll do it again. Timing looked pretty good on that swing. Wilson buys himself another chance, another 3-2. That is swung on and lifted in the air to left. Winder camping out, had to backpedal a couple of steps late, but he makes the catch with that southwesterly wind at his back. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. 2-0. The Nixa Suckers lead the Republic Locos. Back after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Nixa leads Republic 2-0. Middle of the second inning here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex in Ozark, Missouri. It's been home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League since 2016. I'm Rance Berger, and joining me for at least a little bit anyway will be the commissioner and the founder of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, Tony Lewis. Tony, first of all, you picked a good one to come in and sit in, my friend. It's the 2 first-place teams in the league going at it for the one time in the regular season. And we've got a pretty good tussle going here between Logan Wiley and John Bortz.
Yeah, this is the second to last week of the regular season. We were just talking as we were on the field exactly how it's going to shape up, and I guess the future can look quite different depending on the winner of this game. But yeah, I love seeing 2 first teams go against each other for sure.
And you got to like this rivalry that has evolved between Courtney Spitz and Chris Meza, the 2 managers. As time has gone on, they've been known to, wager chicken wings and beer on the outcomes of I mean, heck, there was one time I remember they were managing an all-star game and ended up betting with each other because that's how badly one guy wanted to beat the other.
Yep, you knew it was serious when both of them turned their lineup cards on time today.
An hour early, I might add, too. I think they were up late strategizing. So here is Brandon Winder for the Suckers. And hot shot liner, but a great job by Caleb Kaufman, the shortstop out of Evangel University. Makes the slick grab on the run.
You said Caleb Kaufman. That had essence of Caleb Cole.
It looked like the wrong Caleb, that's for sure.
I'm used to seeing Caleb in that Locos color, but Caleb Kaufman, he's come on to be a pretty good hitter and fielder this year.
Here's another rookie, Michael Doman from Miami of Ohio, Middletown. Sends one up the middle. Great job by Bortz, reaching down there with the glove hand, making the snag and the throw to get the out. So Bortz settling in after the Locos coughed up a couple of runs in the first. Dealing with the 7, 8, and 9 hitters here. Here's Lance Kennedy.
This guy I love Lance's swing. His swing is mean. He finds the gap. This is a good matchup. I like this one.
Kennedy, originally from Roanoke, Virginia, watches ball 1 go by outside. Second year in the league. One of those guys for whom slow pitch softball just wasn't doing it. Ooh, Bortz tried to bend one. Didn't hit Kennedy, but missed inside. So it is 2-0.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little jam sandwich there for strike 1.
Maybe just a little too anxious.
Well, Kennedy's had a cold start, and that sometimes, especially when you're watching your teammates hit balls over the yard, you want to get in on that action too, as he chases a slider for strike 2.
Oh, I can feel you on that one.
So, when you only have 7 games in your regular season, it's easy to get antsy. Deuces wild. John Bortz from the midsection. Fastball swung on in line, just foul.
Yeah, with the sample size, some of our guys may be getting 30 at bats if they're lucky in a season. That's baseball player is a baseball player, and it's just not a true good sample size. A lot of these times, these guys get in their heads. Oh,
Kennedy chased one there. John Bortz was in his head. He's got 3 strikeouts. 3 up, 3 down there, and the score remains 2-0. Tony, why don't we just keep it here? Tell the fans we've got one more GRBL Sunday triple header coming up, and then we will keep it here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex for the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, beginning with the Eliminators on the first Sunday in October.
Yep. And luckily, we were talking about it. The weather has agreed with us so far. We may see a little bit of rain later today, but this is perfect weather for the GRBL. Unfortunately, that overcast, I think that fly ball got in Leando's vision out there. He kind of lost. That's why the Suckers put a 2 across there. But overall, weather's been fantastic for the league. We couldn't ask for anything better so far.
So yeah, we're keeping our eye on that forecast. So let's, while we've got you here, Tony, let's just explain it to the folks at home. What would happen in the event that, say, we would have a thunderstorm fire up that would derail our second game scheduled to take place today between the Mountain Ducks and the Showmen, and you know what that would mean as far as the commissioners. Your job as the commissioner to make sure that we have sort of an even standings table to work with, if you will.
Oh yeah, so I'm actually pulling up our website because we do have our own specific rules in the event that this does happen, because not a lot of people know is that we have to fully staff for an entire day, and so if we decide to call one game and there's other games that follow it, all other games do get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
But what does constitute a full game is, let me see here, I believe it's 5 or 7.
It's 5.
It's 5. So yeah, so if we play full 5 innings with all outs recorded in that inning, if there is a victor, or if there's someone in the lead by the end of that time, but yet rain or storms or something ensue to cancel the game, we will call that winner. But we do cancel the rest of the day's games if one does get canceled there.
Tommy Berg swings at strike one, and we have seen situations, I remember in the past, it's been a few years back, where a lightning delay spanned about an hour, came back and got the 2 teams on the field, as here's a dribbler to the shortstop. Pizarro's throw is in time to get Tommy Berg for the out. And so, we have seen the teams come back on the field, but then instead of playing a 9-inning game, they just played to the conclusion of inning number 7.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there is some flex. I know as always the goal is to get as many games in as possible, just because we have a finite amount of days to do this, and a lot of people coming together to make it happen. So the intent is to always play the game.
Strike one there from Logan. Yep, you're absolutely right. We have the benefit of actually playing at 2 different locations this year with turf fields that could hold a lot of water. So we give it its fair shake until we make that determination if we do cancel a game. But you're absolutely right. We still work with time limits. There's a lot of rules. It seems like we have a lot of attorneys playing this league, because we definitely have been talked to about how to run the league more efficiently in the 9 years we've done it, and so I think we've tried to uncover as many stones as we could.
Logan Wiley strikes out Johnny Lee Ryan. It is 3 strikeouts in this game for Logan Wiley. Now has 24 for the campaign.
Do you know how many total strikeouts Wiley has?
That's what I was just looking at.
Wonder if he's going to be our next 100.
Well, he's got a ways to go before that, with this being his second year. So he had 21 as a rookie. He's got 24 right now. So he's at 45.
Okay.
But, hey, if he keeps, 5 or 6 a game, it's a pretty steady pace. He's 1-1 even with Caleb Kaufman. And the rookie out of Evangel clubs that one, and it tails foul. Kind of plunked the front of the old Ozark Mountain Ducks clubhouse down that right field line. It's Caleb Kaufman, sponsored by Worley Farm and Lawn Equipment in Wablo, Missouri. That is where he is from. It's actually where he coaches baseball now.
What level does he coach?
High school, varsity.
Does he really?
Yes. So he, for a while, was in Stratford as an assistant, but took the opportunity to go back home.
Good play there by Ben.
Ben Wade. Yes, indeed. Continuing to get it done.
Good wood by Caleb. Good play by Ben. It's good baseball.
3 up, 3 down. Logan Wiley and the Nixa Suckers lead this thing 2-0. Back with the bottom of the third. right after this.
Your local hot seat dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine hot seat parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local hot seat dealer to see why nothing cleans like a hot seat.
Hard to believe. That guy is a 43-year-old father of 4, but that is the absolute truth.
Well, 43 father of 4, he is still a fierce competitor on the field, and he'll let you know about it.
All boys as well, so yeah, I think the real hero is his wife, Christy, but
oh, for sure. I love that about this league. It's kids being able to see their dads do something difficult, and having their kids see them do something difficult. You got to know that makes an impression on them and them as a family. I love that aspect of this league.
Dabisai Pizarro, Suckers leadoff hitter, is back in. Swing and got under it. And back goes Ryan. Johnny Lee Ryan Jr., the Locos third baseman, hangs on.
Best name in the league.
Yeah, you can't beat that, can you?
Nope. He wins.
I remember vividly asking, "Are we going to go by all those names, or what do you like?" He said, "Man, I'll go by whatever." I said, "My people in high school called me the J Train." I said, "All right, we'll mix in some J Trains, but Johnny Lee Ryan Jr. is too good not to throw around in full."
Johnny Lee Ryan Jr.
Hey, Johnny Lee Ryan's been swinging a good bat, and he showed off the glove there as Jared Brashler looks at a called strike 1, 0-1. Bortz goes back with a slider, which Brashler lifts foul. Commercial pilot. Resides in Ozark, Missouri. He's got 3 kiddos. Speaking of dads doing dad stuff.
He's original 60, isn't he?
Yes, indeed.
We have one on every team, don't we?
We do, and that's been that was not by design. It just sort of happened that way. But yeah, Jared Brashler, the only original 60 member of the Nixa Suckers. So
man, we're dwindling.
They are. We had 12 this time. But, I mean, if you think about it, 9 years, it's pretty amazing that you still have 12 of the originals, quite honestly, as Brashler goes down on strikes.
Yeah, for those not listening, the original 60 members have been with us since the beginning. So this is their
2016,
Yeah, this is their 9th season with the league. And Rance, you and I were talking about how it's impressive that we've gotten to 9. And we're still going strong. And it's great to see the talent out here, but then also give homage to those original 60 guys.
Courtney Spitz. See if he stays hot. He is now 12 for 25 on the season, Tony.
No, he's chasing it, isn't he?
He is.
Single season 16, isn't it?
It is. Still got some work to do, but has got a fair bit of baseball left to try it. Beautiful off-speed pitch from John Bortz for a called strike. It's Courtney Spitz.
Do we count
back even?
Do we
do count playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah. When you only play 7 regular season games, you throw in the playoffs. So a typical player is going to have 8, 9, or 10 games.
Oh,
to try to
he's
get
getting
that.
closer.
Courtney Spitz now has got 13. More importantly, he's got 49 for his career.
Oh wow!
So CrossFit Spitz, one away from a milestone.
CrossFit Spitz. If there was one guy in this entire league that really wants to be in the Howard Bell game, no one wants it more than Courtney Spitz.
Well, he's never been in it, and he has been in this league since 2018, so this is attempt number 7 for him. He's been a manager the whole time. He is, as we just talked about, playing his tail off. But Spitz knows, it's all about, the roster you construct. It's about holding it together at the right time as Ben Wade looks at a strike.
I think he's got the roster to get him there this year.
Guys are playing well, but they are mortal. They kind of came off of the Labor Day break and laid an egg against the Ozark Mountain Ducks.
He's dancing over there with boards.
So you don't typically see a
do
catcher do that sort of thing.
Not. He's pretty nimble on those CrossFit feet.
He is. That's and a lot of earlier in the year we saw Spitz would have someone run for him, taking advantage of that courtesy runner rule, but he is running for himself right here, right now. 0-2 to Ben Wade with 2 out.
He's a pretty humble guy, but deep down I know Spitz pretty well. He wants to win every one of these games. I think everybody does, but I think Spitz really wants it this year.
Well, I think a lot of guys like to compete against Spitz. As Ben Wade goes down on strikes, John Bortz now has 5 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. So he is settling in and bearing down. We have played 3. It is Nixa Suckers 2, Republic Locos nothing. Tony, you hanging with us for another half?
Yeah, I got one.
All right, we're back right after this.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Be the 10, 1, and 2 hitters for the Republic Locos this inning. That's Zach Ralph, Jared Fox, and Arturo Liendo. Locos going with a 10-man batting order in this one. Suckers going with a 9-man order, so a little bit of strategy clash going on right there as we get ready to see Zach Ralph for the first time today. .650, the on-base percentage for Ralph, who is also hitting .533. 8 for 15 with a pair of doubles. He's been plunked 3 times and has walked twice, hitting in the 10 spot today. So that is a strategy move and not a reflective of performance move. I believe this is Chris Meza trying to put Ralph in a position to sort of jumpstart his order as it spins back around. They've got Jared Fox in the leadoff position today. So Locos trying a little something different.
That is an interesting play there. Zach does know how to get on base, that's for sure.
A 1-0 pitch is a called strike, a slider, outer half. Yeah, Zach had 9 hits for the Mountain Ducks a season ago. He had 10 hits with Moon City in 22.
Oh,
so he's been a steady producer, and yeah, how about that? 9 hits in 6 games for Zach Ralph, whose average and OBP continue climbing, and that breaks up the no-hitter for Logan Wiley here in the top of the 4th.
Getting the leader in a wood bat league is extremely important to limit runs, and I would love to know the percentages on the major league level. If the leadoff guy gets on, how how much that percentage grows for that run to score. So a leadoff hitter's job is to do exactly what Ralph did. Get on.
He is on for Jared Fox, Canada's greatest export out of Missouri S&T.
Blues calling a good game. I like the guy behind the plate.
Yeah, Brian Lozano.
This is his first year, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
With us. Probably not umpiring, but with us. Ooh, good hit.
Hot shot liner is going to get through into left field.
Ooh.
Ralph was thinking about it, but he's going to woe up. Back-to-back base hits off of Logan Wiley, who, again, a strategy point of interest here. Pitching here in the fourth, so, as we expected, he's going to be expected to go 5 innings today.
Mm-hmm.
But that's such a momentum jab, and we've seen it time and time again where a pitcher goes out for a 4th inning of work and then, allows a couple of base runners, as Wiley has done. So good job capitalizing by the Locos. We'll see if it will translate into runs on the board, trailing 2-0. Arturo Liendo, sponsored by Roof Repair Pros in Branson, Missouri, watches a fastball dip low, ball 1.
I could say, since a pitch was thrown, they subbed Jared Fox as the catcher to have a courtesy runner for him.
And it's sports.
Which, pitch is thrown, so I'm not going to say anything, but I got to remind the coaches that we're very specific on who those runners can be. I'm not sure you can do that. It's got to be a reserve or last out.
Yeah, that's right.
But pitch was thrown, you can't. But as we probably get into the playoffs, I bet we're going to have some coaches be really on that type of rule.
2-1 to Arturo Liendo. Wiley looks back at the runner, now brings it home. That's down. So, yeah, back on Brian Lozano real fast. I like 2 things about Brian Lozano. Number 1, his zone has been really consistent, just week in and week out, which is there's never a lot of guesswork, and his ball strike calls are usually very quick. The other thing I like about Brian Lozano is just in chatting with him, as here's a chopper into play. We'll finish that thought in a second. Gibson to Pizarro to the shortstop for 1. They get the lead runner, and that is the 1 out they will get on the play, creating a 1st and 3rd situation here. And
oh no, okay, I don't know what was going on there. Nope, good job Hayden Gibson to stick with that ball and Davi Sai to stay strong with that catch there to get the out.
Last thing I was going to say on Lozano is, in visiting with him, he wants to be a very good umpire.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out here and takes this seriously.
Oh yeah, I know, and he gets it. He knows that these guys are adults, and he treats them as such, and he lets them get off some steam every now and then. If there's
chopper up the middle to Greer, they get the 1, and then a takeout, and then
still
a throw, a double play. Are you serious? Seth Burns.
Was that Seth?
Seth Burns, my friend. He got farmer tough.
I don't know if I've ever seen a second baseman be taken out in the middle of a double play, get up, and still throw the guy out.
Big Daddy Beef, Seth Burns. Great job not breaking concentration, making perhaps the most impressive double play I've ever seen out here.
Saved a run. Good job,
yes, he
Seth.
did. So it is 2-0. Suckers still lead this thing, making the Locos strand 1 in scoring position. Well, Tony, you've got some rolls to throw, and then you got some baseball to play with the Moon City Mavericks tonight.
Due later tonight, yeah, that'll be another good matchup with us and our division rivals, the Mets. But yeah, I'm gonna throw some rolls. Shake some hands with some sponsors out there. Yeah, just a good day for baseball.
All right, he's Tony Lewis. I'm Rance Berger, back with the bottom of the 4th right after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
So Henry's towing pitching change for the Republic Locos. They have relieved starter John Bortz and brought on right-hander Tyler Collison. Also made some moves on the infield, and on the outfield rather, behind Collison. So out in right, Zach Ralph has come in, replacing Arturo Liendo, and Jason Rose has replaced Cannon Greer at first base. It's Tyler Collison, Hartville, Missouri native, who now lives in Marshfield, Missouri. 8 innings pitched in 2024. He's allowed 9 earned runs on 5 hits, struck out 8, walked 5, hit 2 batters. It's an 8.00 ERA. Got to go back a couple of weeks. Tyler Collison was carrying a 1.29 ERA before suffering a blow-up on September 8th at the hands of the Branson Showmen, in which he pitched a third of an inning and allowed 6 runs. He was also the losing pitcher a week ago, September 15th, against Moon City. 2/3 of an inning, 2 earned runs, and given up a 2 RBI walk-off base hit to Tony Lewis, resulting in a win for the Mavs. So Chris Meza has made some lineup moves, and one of them is to bring Tyler Collison on as a middle reliever rather than using him as the starter or the closer. And the thought process here, he knew he wanted to start Bortz, but then he's going to go ahead and bring on Collison, throw him right back into the mix, let him forget about what has happened thus far in September, and sort of let him find himself again. For the Locos, the pitching cupboard is certainly not bare. They've got Jason Rose waiting in the wings, and they're saving him back for late in this game. As here's a grounder up the middle. It's going to get through. Hayden Gibson will reach. They are scoring that E4, charged to the Locos' second baseman. Nonetheless, Gibson is on with the Suckers leading 2-0, trying to add to it here in the bottom of the 4th. Batter is Seth Burns, just part of an absolute beast of a double play in the top half of this inning. Grounder right at the bag at second base. Burns fielded it, and then base runner tried to take him out. He sort of shucked off a body and then still made the throw over to Gibson at first in time. Breaking ball swung on and lifted into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. So the meteoric season just keeps coming for Seth Burns. He is a man on fire. First and second for the Suckers. Golly. Seth Burns now, 7 hits in 6 games, a career high. So here is Brandon Winder out of Farmington, Missouri. Now lives in Springfield. 6 for 20 with a couple of doubles, and he's batted in a couple of runs. No batting gloves on the kid from Mineral Area College. Swung on and missed at a slider. So Collison's got a pretty good array in the arsenal. Fastball, changeup. Got a slider. Another breaking ball. Got Winder to chase. Just like that, it's 0-2. Collison looks back over his shoulder at Gibson, now fires home. Winder was under that one. Shortstop Caleb Kaufman out onto the outfield grass, but he ranges back and makes the grab for the out. 2 down. Batter for the Suckers will be Michael Doman. Works as a territorial sales leader for the Hershey Company, Michael Doman. He's got 2 hits. He is from Westchester Township, a suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio, where he went to Lakota West High School. So with 1 down, might see Doman try to bunt here. He shows bunt a lot, sometimes without the intention of actually doing it, but One of those guys who likes to move around quite a bit in the batter's box, trying to disrupt the pitcher. Oh, that was a full-fledged swing, and the first baseman, Rose, has it, and then he's got no play. Collison not fast enough to the bag to beat the speedy Michael Doman. And so just like that, the bases are loaded, and yes, that counts as a hit. It's an infield single. Man, Rose did well to field that ball. Problem was it brought him way too far off of first base. It was too far away for the second baseman Berg to get there, and then Collison not quick enough to beat Doman in a foot race. So Michael Doman continues to impress with those educated feet. Bases are loaded, 1 out, and the batter is Lance Kennedy. Jam shot swung on, fouled straight back. That was right off the glass. That might have been a very close view on the camera. So just want to reassure everybody we're all right. You guys are all right over there, right? Yeah. Everybody's okay. Bulletproof glass doing its job. So bases chucked for Lance Kennedy, who's now in an even 1-1. Collison misses high with a changeup. Big opportunity for Big Lance. Collison starts the ball up in front of his eyes. Threw a fastball. Kennedy swung and missed. And we're now even up 2-2. Suckers leading by 2 runs. Trying to add to it as Collison misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Suckers fans hoping their team can blow it open here. Payoff pitch, swung on and absolutely crushed, but well foul. That's out into the lower parking lot on the first base side of the stadium. There's a kiddo trying to chase a 50-cent foul ball, but that effort is in vain, my friend. Save your energy for the next one. Another 3-2. He walked him. Gibson scores. It is 3-0 for the Suckers. And they go back to the top of the order now. Bases are still loaded. Still 1 out for Dabisai Pizarro. 0 for 2 today. 6 for 18, so hitting .333. A triple, a double, 4 singles. Dabisai's plate discipline is good. He has walked 5 times. He has struck out twice. Flew out to left field and popped out to the third baseman in this game, so he's been pulling it today. First pitch swung on. That was not pulled. That was up the middle and into center field. Burns scores. Doman's going to come home. It is now 5-0 for the Suckers. Dabisai Pizarro brings in 2. A 2 RBI base hit. Well, he timed that one very well. Sent it up the middle, just slightly pushed the other way into center field. And he sets up second and third, a 5-0 lead. Nixa looking for the big one. That has become their hallmark. Taken off early. It's a wild pitch. And then no play at home. Make it 6-0 as Lance Kennedy scores. Pizarro, the tail runner, advanced. But 6-0 now. And the Locos are going to talk it over. The manager, Chris Meza, coming out, and yeah, he is going to make a pitching change. Scott Wilson jogs in from center field. We will tell you all about it. It's a Henry's Towing pitching change on the other side of this break.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Wilson, the left-hander out of Neosho, Missouri, comes on in relief. Second Henry's Towing pitching change of the ball game for the Locos. They will have to make at least one more before it's done. So Scott Wilson, 4th year in the Grip and Rip League. So far in 2024, he's pitched 5 innings, allowing no runs, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 hit batsman, 0.00 the ERA. Last time out for Scott Wilson was September the 8th, pitched 3 scoreless innings against the Branson Showmen, allowing just 2 hits and walking a man. Pitched 7 1/3 a season ago with Moon City, allowing 2 earned runs on 4 hits, striking out 8 and walking 8. That's been really the big difference for Scott Wilson here in 2024, limiting the amount of free passes he gives up. But Scott has always been pretty effective. Had a 2.7 ERA as a rookie with the Mountain Ducks back in 2021. Played some American Legion baseball as a young man for a team called the Neosho Nighthawks, which was an homage to a Class D professional baseball team of the same name. Played in Neosho, Missouri in the 1930s, and then Scott played some college ball at Crowder before concentrating on his degree in agricultural management. And that is what he does for a career, running a major farm in Miller, Missouri. Even with Sucker center fielder Jared Brashler, make it 2-1. 1 out, runner on third. Tyler Collison, another rough outing, not what he wanted, not what the Locos wanted either. He'll have to shake it off and try again. This is flown. Back goes the shortstop, Kaufman, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. And check that, that is not Kaufman, that is Zach Ralph. Got some other... Yeah, Suckers have, or Locos rather, have moved some furniture around. They have moved Collison out to center field. That I knew about. It was just a straight up swap. But they've put Liendo back out there in right. Taken Jason Rose out to let him go warm up to pitch as they're facing Courtney Spitz. And so Kaufman has gone to first base. Ralph has moved to shortstop. So here is Courtney Spitz, 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles. Watches a fastball go by high, and it's 2-0. Big moment here for Spitz, who has been in the GRBL since 2018, has been a player manager the entire time. Looks at a breaking ball for a called strike. He has amassed 49 hits in his career. On the verge of joining a pretty elite fraternity. Fastball check swing, strike 2. Two, 2, and 2. Wilson throws, that's high. Up and out of the zone. So Courtney Spitz, 13 hits on the season. Came into the year a .288 career average that has since gone up. It's a fastball, swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again. It's Courtney Spitz, the head baseball coach at Springfield Catholic High School. Had some good success there in recent years. Here's another 3-2. Whoa, high and tight, and he will walk. So Spitz is aboard for the 3rd time today. And right now he's on for Ben Wade. First and third for Wade, reached on an error and then struck out last time up. So Wade 6 for 19. Spitz is going to take off and steal second base. Little indifference from Jared Fox there. Opting to hold on to the ball with the speedy Dabisai Pizarro hanging out on third base. 1-0 fastball misses high and out. So yep, Locos have Jason Rose warming in the bullpen at the end of the left field line. May have to bring him in before they intended. Swung on, lifted. It's going to stay on the infield. Ralph calls for it, makes the catch, and gets the out. So the Suckers strike big in the 4th. They put 4 runs on the scoreboard, and they lead 6-0. We go to the 5th. Nixa leading the Locos, who will look to answer after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Good stuff. The Lambert's Throwed roll toss. Tony Lewis, the GRBL commissioner, threw one from the lower concourse down onto the field, past the home plate, the batter's boxes, to where plate umpire Brian Lozano was standing talking to his crewmate Josh Halcomb. Lozano caught the roll in his face mask and then handed it to Josh Halcomb to eat. Only in the GRBL, my friends. You gotta be here. So we're about ready to start inning number 5. Logan Wiley has given up 2 hits, facing 2 above minimum thus far, or 1 above minimum, I should say. Gotta correct myself. Yeah, there was a double play at the end of the fourth by Seth Burns, the second baseman. So it'll be Andrew Meyer, Jason Rose, and Scott Wilson scheduled to bat for the Locos, who have got some work to do, trailing 6-0. Some activity in the Suckers bullpen just getting started. Ethan Paskey and Mason Davis jogging down. Meyer squirts one left side, and Dobby Sai Pizarro, the shortstop, will not come up with it. Just enough steam got taken off that ball, and they're going to score that a hit. It's a good bit of scoring there from Zach Still. Let Andrew Meyer have the hit. So he is on for Jason Rose. Went to Granite Hills High School in San Diego County, California. 3 years at the University of Utah in the Pac-12, primarily a starting pitcher. But as a younger man, as a high schooler, he was most definitely a two-way player. And I know that was originally his intent when he committed to Utah to play ball for the Utes. They just ended up taking the bat out of his hand. Wanted him to concentrate on pitching. Ended up turning 34 2/3 innings at the rookie level across 2 seasons in the pros. Struck out 38 batters in those 34 innings. Still has some hits left in the bat. That was a no-doubter. Out into left field. That's back-to-back hits for the Locos once again. Off of Logan Wiley. Sets up first and second. Nobody out for the lefty Scott Wilson. Flew out to left field first time up today. So 2 for 9. Best season batting for Scott Wilson, I would have to say, would have been 2022, as he bunted one, sacrificing to move the runners up, and laid down a pretty good bunt, and a nice job by Logan Wiley fielding the position there. So 1 down, runners on second and third, first base unoccupied, and the batter is Tommy Berg. It's Tommy, sponsored by Diamond W Land and Cattle in Lebanon, Missouri. You want the beef? Come get the beef. He's originally from Reeds Spring, Missouri. Went to North Arkansas College, then finished out at Williams Baptist. Tommy grounded to short first time. Fastball, swung on, chopped. Wiley's got it, looks down the runner, then throws over to Kennedy at first to get the out. So yeah, Lance Kennedy on playing first base this inning, replacing Hayden Gibson. Suckers have Mason Davis, right-hander, throwing in the pen. So they are kind of staying on script as they have for the last few weeks, using Davis in middle relief. But the plan, I do have to believe, is for Logan Wiley to go ahead and finish out this fifth, facing Johnny Lee Ryan with 2 on, 2 out. Fastball swung on in the air to right. Michael Doman going back. He's not going to get there. It's over his head. 1 run scores, 2 score. Ryan heading for third. No problem. Michael Doman misjudged the flight of the ball, so it's trouble continuing for right fielders here today. And that one was costly. It was 2 runs go on the board. Johnny Lee Ryan delivers in a big way. So Locos still have some digging to do, but they get a couple of runs back. 6-2 is our score. Kaufman pops one. Spitz looking for it, and then, yeah, found it too late to make the catch. Kicking himself. But one could also argue some of that's on his teammates to tell him where the ball is. It's easy to have one letdown result in another letdown. That one doesn't cost runs, at least not yet. So runner on third is Ryan, 2 outs, nothing in one. Wiley ran a slider in against Caleb Kaufman. Again, Kaufman sponsored by Worley Farm and Lawn Equipment in Wablo, Missouri. Up off of Highway 54. 1-1. It's a wild pitch. They attacked inside again, and Johnny Lee Ryan scores. It's now 6-3. So the bags are clear. You hate to see what has been a gem for Logan Wiley end like this. Locos with 3 runs this inning. Hit count even in this one, 5-5. 2 errors by the Locos helping to tell part of the story. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wiley trying to punch out, fires a slider. Kaufman checked, and down he goes on strikes. So the Locos get 3 runs back. 6-3 is the score. Logan Wiley's day on the pitcher's mound is done. Suckers still out in front. Back right after this.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Wilson back to work for the Republic Locos, who cut the Suckers' lead in half. 6-3 is the score as they put up 3 in the 5th off of Logan Wiley. His pitching day is done. 5 innings, 3 earned runs on 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and a wild pitch that brought in run number 3 for the Locos. He was perfect through the first 3. You could certainly also argue got let down a little bit defensively, but everybody's got to play under the same conditions today. Caught a little bit of a tough break there in the 5th, and with the door ever so slightly open, 3 Locos made it all the way around and came home. So 6-3 as Scott Wilson goes out here for his first full inning of work. He's pitched 2/3 of an inning, coming on in relief in the 4th. Pinch hitter for the Suckers, it'll be Ethan Paskey. He's batting in the 5 spot for Gibson. Fastball outside. It's Ethan Paskey, rookie from Springfield, Missouri, sponsored by Heartland Business Systems. He is 3 for 9 with a strikeout so far. Predominantly a pitcher, but has shown he's got a stick. He can play a little second base as well, among other things. Breaking ball. So Ethan Paskey went to Missouri Southern State University initially upon finishing out at Glendale High School. Called strike 1, makes it 3-1. Pitched a total of 2 innings at Missouri Southern in 2020 before the COVID-19 pandemic shut down the season for the Lions. As he draws a walk, and Paskey told me, yeah, my last college baseball game was right here in this ballpark at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. So pretty cool to see him. Got out into the working world here in Springfield, Missouri. Found grip and rip baseball on social media. Tried out and has been an impact player straight away. Seth Burns watches a slider run in for ball 1. Burns is 1 for 2 today. Seven for 16 on the season now. Looked at a called strike. Just catching high corner of the zone on the outer half. One and one the count. Burns fought off an inside jammer. Locos Caleb Kaufman will run over and make the catch for the out. So 1 down, and the batter is Winder. He has popped to the shortstop twice. And the Locos now have Collison playing short, and they have moved Ralph out to center field. David Rodriguez is playing first. Tommy Berg is the second baseman. Caleb Kaufman has moved to third, so he's played 3 positions on the infield already. It is Meyer in left, Ralph in center. Or check that, it is Meyer in left. Trent Simpson has come on and entered the game to play center field, and Zach Ralph is in right. Goodness gracious, wholesale changes. Called strike to Winder evens the count 1-1. So Meyer in left and Berg at second have pretty much been the only constants for the Loco. I guess Fox behind the plate, but other than that, they've made moves at 6 of the 9 positions so far in this game, and we're in the 5th. Locos trail 6-3. Brandon Winder for the Suckers has worked to a favorable 3-1. Trying to get on for the first time today. A left-handed breaking ball, looked like a slider, caught the outer half of the plate for a called strike, and we are full up, 3-2. Got him with a cement mixer. Strikeout for Scott Wilson. It's 2 gone, and that'll bring up Michael Doma, and he's 1 for 2. Little shot at redemption here for the rookie from Ohio. 3 for 12 on the season. From Miami of Ohio, Middletown, the junior college satellite campus. He went to Lakota West High School in the Cincinnati suburbs. He's in Southwest Missouri working as a territorial sales leader for the Hershey Company. 1-0 pitch, swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Collison flips to Berg for 1, and that's all they needed. 5 innings down. 6-3 is the score. Nixa Suckers lead the Locos. We'll step aside, come back, and bring you inning number 6 in a moment.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
Henry's towing pitching change for the Nixa Suckers. They've got to do it. Logan Wiley hit the limit, so it is time for right-hander Mason Davis. He is from Hannibal LaGrange College, originally from Harrisonville, Missouri, where he graduated from Harrisonville High in 2018. And Mason Davis is sponsored by DSG Hotsy Pressure Washing Equipment. 9 innings pitched for Davis this GRBL rookie campaign. 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and he's hit 2 batters. It's a 2.00 ERA. Last time out against the Branson Showmen, Davis was electric. 3 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Didn't walk anybody against the Branson Showmen. So Mason originally from Harrisonville, but moved to Springfield, Missouri to go to Missouri State University and ended up sticking around. Facing Zach Ralph. Speaking of electrifying, he has been that man. 1 for 1 today is Ralph. He is now in a 1-1 count. So Zach now 9 for 16 on the season. It's his 5th year in the GRBL. One more hit and he will pull even with his single season best from 2022. There it is, hit number 10 for Zach Ralph here in 2024. A single out to right field. So he's now 2 for 2 today. And 10 for 17 for the campaign. More importantly for the Locos, he's on for Jared Fox, trailing by 3 runs. This is the guy they want up in this situation. Fox 1 for 2. He is 5 for 17 with 4 runs batted in. And Jared Fox, historically, quite good when there are runners on. Ralph is going to steal, and they got him. Courtney Spitz got out the rifle and the scope, and he gunned him down. grabbing the out and keeping a man out of scoring position. That may be a play we go back to later on in this thing and point to it and say, that was pivotal. So Jared Fox now, nobody on with one out. 59 hits in his career. Actually, check that, 60 hits. His last one was number 60 in the fourth, so starting a new decade, if you will. Nothing in one for Jared Fox. They set him up outside. Davis throws outside. Fox doesn't chase it. There's a hot shot liner out to left, and boy, yeah, base hit for Jared Fox. Makes that out from Spitz big, but then the throw mishandled back in, so Jared Fox quickly makes the Suckers pay by moving up to second base. So turning a single into two on a little miscue. So he is in scoring position, and the pinch hitter for the Locos is Trent Simpson. First time Trent has come off the bench all season. 6 for 21 with a double coming into the day. 29-year-old out of Missouri Valley College, originally from Waynesville, Missouri, works as a home loan officer. Davis threw him a breaking pitch that is skied out into shallow center. Jared Brashler runs in. Makes the catch for the out. So 2 down. And the batter is Collison. First plate appearance of the day for Tyler Collison. He is hitting in the stead of Cannon Greer. Collison 5 for 18, 3 RBIs. Had 5 hits as a rookie with Moon City a season ago, so the offensive output on the upswing for the young man from Hartville, Missouri. Pitch gets away from the catcher, Courtney Spitz, allowing the guy pinch running for Jared Fox, that's John Bort's starting pitcher, to move up to third. So the Locos threatening once again, trailing by 3. 2 outs. Suckers looking to keep them at arm's length, and they need Davis to get Collison here in order to do it. 1-0 pitch, swung on in the air, deep left center field. Brashler on the run, made the catch and hung on. Jared Brashler, tremendous range. Hauled that in, and the commercial pilot makes the catch. Mason Davis, the pitcher, takes off the hat full on. Yeah, he's going to go shake hands personally to thank Brashler for making that play. A bagel goes on the board, and so the score remains 6-3 in favor of the Nixa Suckers. Bottom of the 6th is next.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Workplace injury? You can't afford to be financially set back. In Missouri, all workers' compensation laws are found in Chapter 287 of the Missouri statutes. You need an attorney who knows these laws and has worked with them over the past 25 years to help injured workers. The call is free. The results are exceptional. We've won millions of dollars for our clients over the years. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Towing pitching change for the Republic Locos, trailing the Nixa Suckers 6-3. They call on the rookie from the University of Utah, Jason Rose. Right-hander coming on to try to keep the Railmen in this ball game. 12 innings thus far in the career of Jason Rose in the GRBL. 4 earned runs on 10 hits. He's struck out 18, walked 2, and hit a guy. So a 3.00 ERA for Jason Rose. He pitched 46 starts for the Utah Utes, 287 innings across that same time frame, 256 strikeouts. He made 8 starts as an affiliated professional in the Milwaukee Brewers organization, 5.45 career ERA in the minors with 38 Ks, 10 walks. Now lives and works in southwest Missouri for Delta Roofing. And he and his wife just welcomed a baby girl right at the start of the season. So he missed his first 2 GRBL games, rejoined the Locos in the 3rd week of the regular season, and has been integral both sides of the ball ever since. He's ahead here 1-2 against Lance Kennedy. It'll be Kennedy, Pissarro, and Brashler this inning for the Fish, with Courtney Spitz getting an opportunity if anyone reaches. Lance 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk as Rose sails one up eye level. Not easy to do as Lance Kennedy goes about 6'5". 2-2. Back down and out they go. Too far out of the zone for Kennedy's liking, and it's 3-2. Down on strikes goes Kennedy. Beautiful job by Rose. Had him fooled with about a half swing, and now he summons Jared Fox out. What I suspect is a chat really briefly about sequencing. So Jason Rose, yeah, he asked for that. I saw him wave the glove to Jared Fox to say, come out here. So satisfied with the dialogue, he will now pitch to Dabisai Pissarro, who is 1 for 3. 2 RBI base hit out to center field his last time up. And the kid from Carlos Beltran Academy in Puerto Rico looks at a strike. It's Dabisai now with 7 hits on the season. He had 6 as a rookie with the Nixa Suckers a season ago. So Dabisai getting better with experience. 2-1. Rose, El Lanzador. Strike on the outer half. 2-2 for Pissarro. That is outside and the count is full. One out, nobody on. 6-3 our score. Suckers out in front. Dabisai Pissarro Swings and fouls this one back. That's gonna bonk off some seats just in front of the press box, I do believe. Coming up today at 3, as well, hold that thought as that is in the air. Back to the track is the Locos center fielder Trent Simpson, making that catch out in left center field to get the second out. So yeah, coming up today at 3, it's the Branson Showmen taking on the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Showmen are going to start Jacob Carlson on the pitcher's mound, so a little bit of a different look, it would appear, as they look like they are without the services of Tyler Abma today, the league's leader in strikeouts. That's in the air to center field, but Trent Simpson is going to catch that liner off the bat of Jared Brashler, so 3 up, 3 down for Jason Rose. And the score remains Nixa 6, Republic Locos 3. We will head to inning number 7. And we'll give you a little bit more detail on what else is on the docket today in the GRBL when we come back.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Andrew Myers steps into the left-handed batter's box for the Locos. He will face Mason Davis for the Nixa Suckers. We are in the stretch inning with the Fish leading 6-3. Both bullpens quiet for the moment, so I can kind of settle in for a little back and forth between Davis and Rose. Mason Davis starts Andrew Meyer. A little inside breaking ball for a called strike 1. Pulled, hot shot grounder, and a nice backhander by the Suckers' first baseman, Lance Kennedy, hanging on and stepping on the bag himself for the first out. I was trying to take a look at the weather forecast here, as we've got Mountain Ducks Showman coming up at 3 p.m. with Metropolitans Mavericks tonight at 6 on baseball night in the Ozarks, and it looks like different meteorologists have conflicting views as to what exactly is going to happen. Some places, or one outlet here, is calling for a 50% chance of rain at 4 o'clock. Another thing I'm looking at says it's down to a 10% chance of rain. You're back in business. So I'm going to choose to err on the side of optimism. I have noticed, taking a look at the radar, some activity off to the south of us, but nothing that really looks organized or even concerning at the moment. So what we're really watching out for would be for a thunderstorm to develop directly overhead. Meanwhile, Jason Rose grounds to the shortstop Pizarro, whose throw is in time for the out. So the batter will be Wilson. Laid down a sacrifice last time, so 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left field his first time up in the second. That was against Logan Wiley, so this is his first look at Mason Davis. And the tricky right-hander got Wilson to chase a sinker there. It's Mason Davis, sponsored by DSG Hot Seat Pressure Washing Equipment. Some might say it's Hot Seat character building equipment. Steam cleaners and pressure washers. Not a joke. Nothing in 2. Yep, Suckers do have Ethan Paskey up and throwing in the pen now. Nothing in 2 to Wilson. He lifts this one into center. Brashler charging in and over to make the catch. So 3 up, 3 down. Very short order work there for the Suckers middle reliever Mason Davis. He's allowed 2 hits, but he's put 2 eggs on the board. 6-3. Suckers still out in front. It is 7th inning stretch time, and here in the GRBL, the 7th inning stretch, sponsored by Sumit's Hot Yoga. At Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
No surprise here, really, as the Locos are going to stay with Jason Rose, and with the 3+ designation remaining, Rose could go the distance and finish out this game if he's got the oomph. And that's what the Locos want to do. He will face Spitz, Wade, and Paskey this inning. So here's Courtney Spitz, already with 2 hits today. Swung out of the shoes there at strike 1. So Courtney Spitz now lives in Nixa, Missouri, but originally from Springfield, or he went to Kickapoo High. Whoa, let that one go inside, and it's 1-1. He and his wife Katie have 3 kids. Oldest is Eleanor, and they've got Walker and Cal. 1-1, checked it, make it 2-1. Cal Spitz, it's a pretty good baseball name. Might look forward to him playing in the GRBL about 25 or so years from now. Maybe sooner, we'll see. 3-1 the count to the Suckers manager. Swings and clubs this one, it's through. And that is the 50th base hit in the GRBL career of Courtney Spitz. 3 on the day, 50 lifetime.
That last hit for Courtney Spitz is his 3rd of the day and his 50th all time.
So Courtney Spitz joins the 50 hit club with that single out into right. Don't get hot. Stay hot. More importantly, maybe more importantly, down the line, that is 14 on the season. The league record is 16, shared by 7 different players. So Spitz starting to sniff some very rare air. Ben Wade sends one to the shortstop. Took a hop, hit Collison in the chest, and then ricocheted. E6 goes on the board. Runners on first and second for the Suckers. Some of the all-time greats in the GRBL, part of that 50-hit club. Jared Brashler's in this game. He's done it. Jared Fox for the Locos has done it. Spassky sends one. Big dive from Collison, but no play. Snagged the ball very well, but by the time he popped up, Spitz had just about made it to third, and Wade was gunning hard for second. It's an infield single for Paskey. And the bases are loaded for Seth Burns, who's also been hot. 1 for 3 on the day. Seth now 7 for 17 for the season. 2024 Seth Burns, dare I say, has been the best Seth Burns. Bases loaded, nobody out. That's in the air to center, and it's down. Base hit. Another 2 will score for the Suckers. It is now 8-3. A big 2 RBI base hit off the bat of Seth Burns, who now has 7 ribbies in 6 games. The Cattleman sizzling. Eight to 3. When it's your day, it's your day. And that will bring the Locos on. They're going to huddle everybody up, and Chris Meza is going to make a pitching change. We will tell you all about it after a brief timeout. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free right here on YouTube. Big thank you to the Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Trent Simpson will pitch for the Republic Locos, who now trail by 5, following a 2 RBI base hit by the Nixa second baseman Seth Burns. It's Trent Simpson, a former Waynesville Tiger from Waynesville, Missouri, up there in Pulaski County. So Trent, in terms of GRBL pitching, not a lot to tell you about. He's never pitched in a GRBL official game by my records. Or if he did, it was not remarkable enough for me to log anything in my broadcast notes. But I do know Trent was a high school pitcher for the Waynesville Tigers. He was a position player at Missouri Valley College. And one of 3 brothers who were all pitchers at one level or another. But coming on in this situation right here, right now, after a couple of Locos mound men had rough days. I mean, there's no mistake here. This is a janitorial assignment. So his job, first and foremost here, is just to stop this bleed and minimize the damage by whatever means he can. He's facing Brandon Winder. Who lifts one into left. That's going to be handled by Meyer. One down. So runners on first and second for the Suckers. They've got Paskey as the lead runner, and Seth Burns is the tail runner. Michael Doman stands in, 1 for 3. Locos defensively, yeah, I like this. Caleb Kaufman, the third baseman, crowding in, almost daring Doman to bunt, and David Rodriguez is in as well. Kaufman also positioning himself, sort of rear end facing the foul line with the thought that he could go cover the third base bag pretty quickly and get the lead runner Paskey on a force. They're playing Doman to pull it. He's ahead of Simpson in the count here, 2-1. Showed bunt. Simpson threw him a strike on the outer half, a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Simpson, the third-year man, against the rookie Michael Doman. Swinging a chopper that is to the second baseman Berg. He throws to short for 1, and then they fake the throw. No double play, not with the way that Michael Doman runs. So that's all there is to it. So Paskey does advance to third on what we will officially score as a fielder's choice. And with that, the batter is Kennedy with 2 outs, first and third. Lance 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Quick chat between battery mates. Jared Fox talking to Trent Simpson. That is very likely a discussion of going over signs and double checking the pitches Trent throws, as there's not a lot of experience between these two men working together in this capacity. So nothing to Kennedy, who swings and laces one foul off the front of the Locos dugout. Third base dugout is the visitors' dugout here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, just because of the way the facility is designed. More of the amenities are on the first base side. It's usually where more neutral fans like to congregate as well. Over at Meadow Park, the other place where we play, it's the opposite. It's a wild pitch. Paskey's going to come home, play at the plate, and he is out. Paskey is called out. Or no, they've reversed it. And now Fox pleading his case. Ball came out, they're saying. Now the umpires are going to talk it over. So Brian Lozano, the plate umpire, originally signaled out. And then he turned it over and said safe. I did see the ball squirt out. So the question here is, did Trent Simpson apply the tag and make the out? Yes, he did, before the ball ejected. So Paskey is called out. The original call will stand. So 8-3 is our score. We have played 7 innings. 2 RBI single off the bat of Seth Burns, and the 50th hit in the career of Courtney Spitz make that 7th inning a biggie for the Nixa Suckers. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball in a moment.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
So Henry's towing pitching change for the Nixa Suckers. Here in the top of the 8th, they call on another right-hander, rookie Ethan Paskey out of Springfield, Missouri. Will get the ball in what I suspect is a 2-inning opportunity. So Ethan Paskey, sponsored by Heartland Business Systems, has done a very good job. 12 innings pitched on the season, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 17 strikeouts to 2 walks, and he's hit 3 batters. A 1.50 ERA for the young man who went to Missouri Southern for 1 season and then finished out to get his degree in business management at Missouri State University. Works for his player sponsor, Heartland Business Systems, doing inside sales. Last time out, Paskey got the start in the stead of Logan Wiley, and gave a yeoman's effort. 5 innings, allowing 2 earned runs on 1 hit, striking out 4, walking 2, and plunking a guy. But he is back in the closer's role today with Wiley back in the lineup. And he really seems to have found a home. And is enthusiastic about having this opportunity to play baseball once again. His college baseball career derailed largely in part due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but sort of caused him to refocus and end up getting on the academic track as a college man, but has really found it here in the GRBL. Success coming quickly for Ethan Paskey, who's even 1-1 with second baseman Tommy Berg, make it 1-2. He just blew the fastball right on by. Here in the 8th, 8-3, so not a save opportunity for Paskey. But when you only play 1 game a week, every opportunity is an opportunity of some sort. It's the chance to play again. Bent a slider, not to the liking of the man in charge, Brian Lozano, and we're full up, 3-2. Heavy exhale. Paskey comes home. High, tight fastball struck him out. Mason Davis, meanwhile, for the Suckers, 2 innings on the day. They were scoreless, gave up a couple of hits. Other than that, the score sheet is blank. Another good outing in middle relief for Davis. David Rodriguez is in the left-handed batter's box. He is pinch hitting here in the stead of Johnny Lee Ryan. So David from Caracas, Venezuela, now calls Ozark, Missouri home. 2 for 12. Broke into the GRBL in its 2nd season. Swung on and missed there. Did have another gap year in 2021, so been a steady career for David. His 6th year in the league. Jam shot fouled off. Father of 2 sons. Coaches them in soccer, among other things. Swung on and chased. Ethan Paskey doing well, moving locations around, and it got Rodriguez swinging low and away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Paskey, and he gets Caleb Kaufman. So Kaufman 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. Sponsor is Worley Farm and Lawn Equipment in Wablo, Missouri. Caleb Kaufman, All-State infielder at Wablo High School in 2012. Also an All-State basketball player, so good multi-purpose athlete. Said his hobby is making his own ice cream. Caleb, man, you just let me know what time. I'll be right over for that. 2-0 pitch. Paskey finds the middle of the plate there. Two balls and a strike. This is in the air to center. That's going to get down for a base hit in front of Jared Brashler. So Caleb Kaufman, 4th hit in his GRBL career, is a nice piece. He is on for Zach Ralph, who's red hot, 2 for 2. Hitting in the 10 spot today. 10 hits in 6 games for Zach. On the verge of perhaps his best season ever. Nothing in 1 breaking ball. Ralph turned away from it and it bent into the zone. 0-2. Like this job by the battery mates for the Suckers, Paskey and Spitz just going right at Zach Ralph. Fastball low, Ralph foul tip. So they'll do the 0-2 again. Spitz and Paskey laughing about something there. We'll do the 0-2 again. Paskey got him on the outer half. A little bit of sweeping action. 3 strikeouts for Ethan Paskey. Score remains 8-3 in favor of the Nixa Suckers, trying to become the first club to win 5 games here in 2024.
I'm Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Trent Simpson back to that pitcher's mound for another inning of work for the Republic Locos. They are trailing by 5. It's his job to keep it that way for the moment. Bottom of the 8th. Lance Kennedy will get back into the batter's box. He was up when a wild pitch resulted in a play at the plate. And ultimately an out that ended the 7th inning. So it'll be Kennedy again, then Dobby Cy Pizarro and Jared Brashler for the Fish. We're starting to see some fans with, the sun going behind a cloud. We actually get to see the fans sort of come down. They get out from under the sunshades here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex and make their way down to the lower seats, sort of fill it up a little bit. Simpson working from the first base side of the rubber, and then might as well have thrown that one to first base. It was so outside. So it'll be 1-0 to the Virginian Lance Kennedy. Second-year man from Roanoke. Went to William Byrd High School, where he once had 3 homers and 8 runs batted in a single game. Otani who, I say. When he went to Patrick and Henry Community College in Martinsville, Virginia. 22 hits in 2009 with 20 batted in 32 games. Breaking ball from Simpson is a slider. Kennedy smacks his fist against his baseball bat in frustration. Wanted that one back. Kennedy 5 for 21 as a rookie with Moon City a season ago. Had 5 doubles. 2-2 pitch. Watched it go by. Lance thought it was outside. It's a called strike 3. So back to the top of the order we go. Dobby Cy Pizarro. Standing in here for the Suckers. 1 for 4. A 2 RBI base hit to center field in the 4th. He has flown out to outfielders a couple times. Last one was into center field. Simpson buzzed that one inside. Just taking a look around. Outfielders for the Locos. It's Meyer in left, Wilson in center, and Ralph in right. Rodriguez manning first. Berg at second. Collison at short, and Kaufman at third. Still Jared Fox behind the plate. He's been there all day. Got the Branson Showmen and the Ozark Mountain Ducks coming up today at 3. Kyle Carpenter will get the start for Ozark against Jacob Carlson, the player manager for the Showmen, calling his own number. Showmen apparently without the services of their ace Tyler Abma, so they're going to piece it together with the other guys today. 2-2 pitch, swung on and clubbed. That's going to get through for Dobby Cy Pizarro, his second hit of the game. Very nicely timed. That is now 8 hits in 6 games for Dobby Cy. Hitting well, to put it mildly. Dobby Cy maybe, well, yeah, not maybe. He's going to be in the conversation perhaps if the Suckers can hang on and win this game for some player of the game honors, although Courtney Spitz is always in that conversation. Probably have to talk about that too. One and one the count to Brashler. The Locos. Manager Chris Meza is headed down to the bullpen down the left field line, and yeah, he may be bringing himself on to pitch before this one is over. Pizarro stole second base. Nothing to tell you about in the Suckers bullpen, the fish tank, if you will, down the right field line. So, as expected, they're going to stick with Ethan Paskey. This is off the bat of Brashler into right. That's going to be trouble. That is down. Extra bases for Jared Brashler as the ball matriculates down into the corner. It is now 9-3. Pizarro scores. Brashler woes up with an RBI triple. And that is most certainly well timed. 9-3, the advantage back out to 6. And Brashler is on third for Courtney Spitz, who's 3 for 3 today. The last hit was base hit number 50, a single to right field. He's also drawn a walk today, and how about that? 4 for 4. Are you kidding me? Spitz hits. A double down the right field line. That is now 15 on the season for Courtney Spitz, one shy of the league's single season record. So one would tie 2, rather, would make Courtney Spitz the record holder all by himself. He's on for Ben Wade following that double. Wade fouls one into the seats. That had a little bit of a clang effect off the aluminum. So the lower seats here at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex are composite plastic, but the upper seats are the tingling aluminum. There's an error on the Locos shortstop, rather. That will allow Spitz to motor around and score to make it 10-3. Ben Wade reaches on an E6. The second time he has done that today, actually.
Now batting number 5, Ethan Paskey.
Well, here's Ethan Paskey, who's 1 for 1. Walk in the 5th, an infield single in the 7th. Breaking ball high. Yep, Chris Meza continuing to warm in the Locos bullpen. I believe he would like for Trent Simpson to go ahead and just eat up a couple of outs here. But he's going to be careful, you know, with effectively a position player pitching. Yeah, it's not the first time Trent Simpson has ever pitched in baseball, but certainly not part of his weekly duties here in the GRBL, so they want to be careful not to put him into a dangerous situation. He's up on Paskey here, 1-2. Say this for Trent, a lot of times, you know, when position players come on, they struggle to find the zone. He's throwing strikes, it's just that the Suckers are putting the ball into play and making him pay for it. Two. Fastball to the shortstop. Collison dives. He's not going to have an opportunity. So Paskey reaches his second infield single of the day, and it's just been that kind of game for the Republic Locos, who now have to deal with the guy they absolutely don't want to see other than Spitz, and that's Seth Burns. He is 2 for 2 today, 2 runs batted in. He is 8 for 18 on the season. Just having a career year. Swung on and missed. Seth was thinking about extra bases with a load up there. Nothing and 1. Well, then they just picked off, wow, a pickoff of Ben Wade at third. He is caught stealing. So that puts 2 outs on the board. Still a man in scoring position. That's Brashler. 11-3. The advantage for the Suckers. Three runs this inning. Going up so fast it's hard to track, to be honest with you all. That will get the Locos out of the inning as Burns goes down on strikes. So 3 runs on the board for the Suckers, an RBI double off the bat of Courtney Spitz, and an RBI triple for Jared Brashler among the highlights. We will go to inning number 9. Suckers lead 11-3.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Is on for the commercial-free 9th inning presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Central Bank Company, member FDIC. So the batters for the Locos, they're back at the top of the order. So Jared Fox in the leadoff position, followed by Trent Simpson and then Tyler Collison. So here's Jared Fox, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Last ditch effort for the Locos, trailing 11-3. We've got 8 hits, but the error battle most certainly in the Suckers' favor. They have none. Locos with 4 officially. Grounder to second. Seth Burns makes the throw to first, and Lance Kennedy in time for the first out. So 1 down, and the batter is Simpson. Flew out to center field his first time. Trent, the loan officer, at patio. 6 for 22 on the season. Fastball from Ethan Paskey called strike on the outer half. Velocity strong from the right-hander. Paskey attacked in, and Simpson fought it off foul, falling behind in the count, 0-2. So a win here would propel the Suckers to 5-1. It would drop the Locos to 3-2. Or 3-3 rather. They are 3-2 right now, on the verge of dropping to 3-3. So here is a ball flared off the bat of Simpson, foul. They do hold head-to-head criteria for the moment over the Springfield Metropolitans, do the Locos, with those 2 teams scheduled to meet each other next Sunday at 6 p.m. on Baseball Night in the Ozarks. So a Suckers win is definitely about to muddy the playoff picture in the GRBL North and will make it much clearer in the South. Nixa's final game of the regular season will be next Sunday at 3 p.m. against the Mountain Ducks. So a slow one off the front of the pitcher's mound. Paskey tried, couldn't come up with it, and it just ended up in the hand of the shortstop, Dabisai Pizarro. Far too late for him to have any sort of chance. It's a base hit for Simpson, his 7th this season, and he is aboard for Tyler Collison with 1 out. But the Metropolitans have got to be thinking, if they can defeat the Moon City Mavericks and then turn around and defeat the Locos next week, they can win the GRBL North, believe it or not. That's going to be the mission for Clay Murphy and company, but first things first, they've got to contend with their rivals from Moon City tonight on Baseball Night in the Ozarks before they really worry about the Locos, the division lead, or anything else. Now, the plate umpire Brian Lozano trying to get the attention as far as like a sound system malfunction or something going on. He is not happy about it. Might be a problem with a speaker. 2-0 the count. Fastball from Paskey high out of the zone to Collison, and it's 3-0. Guys trying to troubleshoot that problem, but we will play on. Nothing wrong with the broadcast gear as there's a pitch outside. Collison has walked on 4 straight pitches from Paskey. We'll bring up Andrew Meyer. So the Locos with a little something cooking here in the top of the 9th. And, you know, when you're down 8 runs, the mission is, of course, make this inning go as long as it possibly can. Suckers just want to get off the field and go home here as Paskey blows one by Meyer for strike 1. Meyer, no batting gloves, all black bat, stands back in. Another fastball. This is in the air to left. Over to get that and making the catch is Brandon Winder for the out. So 2 down. Last hope for the Locos is Jason Rose. Rose 1 for 3. It's 1-0 to Rose. Paskey sets up from the third base side of that rubber, brings down a breaking ball for a called strike. It's 1-1. It's been another great offensive day for the Nixa Suckers, trying to close this out and become the first team to reach 5 victories in 2024. And no matter what happens the rest of the day, they would be the only team with 5 wins. 1-2, swung on up the middle to Pizarro. His throw to third did not get there, and then the runner comes around. Simpson is caught between home and third. Ben Wade applies the tag, so they didn't get the force out, but then they got him on the turnaround, and that is the ball game. So nothing like a very interesting 6-5, 2-5 play to end the ball game. 11-3, your final score. Suckers defeat the Locos, so the Suckers go to 5-1. Locos fall to 3-3. Your elite promotions, elite performer of the game. Well, it's got to be the guy who was 4 for 4 with an RBI double and the 50th base hit of his career. That would be Courtney Spitz, your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Strong tips of the cap as well to relief pitchers Mason Davis and Ethan Paskey for the Suckers, who pitched 2 shutout innings apiece. And you also have to make a quick nod to Dabi Sai Pizarro, who was 2 for 5, 2 RBIs in the 4th. That will stand up as the game-winning runs. But Courtney Spitz, your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game, with a 4 for 4 performance at the plate, RBI included. We will talk things over with some of the guys from the Nixa Suckers on the other side of this break, tell you about what's going on with the rest of the day, and yeah, you know what, we are probably going to take a little bit of a look at the weather forecast too. All that and more coming up next. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free on YouTube. Big thank you to the league's title sponsor, Henry's Towing. Remember, when you're stuck on the side of the road, you got to make the right call. You got to let Henry do it.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Roethlisberger back with you live at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, where the Nixa Suckers are winners 11-3, defeating the Republic Locos and improving to 5-1 on the 2024 season. They are the first team to reach 5 victories in this 9th year of the GRBL, and now sit firmly atop the standings in the GRBL South Division. We welcome in our Elite Promotions elite performers of the game. Got Courtney Spitz with us and Jared Brashler. And Spitz, all you did today was go 4 for 4 with a double and an RBI. You got the 50th base hit of what is becoming an increasingly storied career. I'm not sure there's anything else you could have done other than turn that walk into the 5th hit of the day.
Yeah, feels good. Finding some holes, couple ground ball hits through the holes, and then you get lucky on a couple soft liners. So I don't know what it is. Just having a lot of fun playing with these guys and playing on this team, and I think that's contagious. So.
I know winning fixes a lot of things. And, Jared Brashler, you've got a lengthy career. You've been out here. You're an original 60 fraternity member, and had yourself an RBI triple today. But you've seen the ups and the downs. So what is it about this group, this mix of guys that makes it fun?
Man, I don't know. It's just even keel the whole way, like top to bottom. There's not like, I don't know. I told Spitz before, I don't feel like there's like a weak kind of deal. It's just the most even, like, talented group I've seen together. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's not, we're not out there, we're not trying to like force anything. We're not stressing about scoring runs. We're not stressing about holding another team down. You hit your waves of some good defense, some bad defense, some no hits, and sometimes you pour it on, but we don't focus on that in the dugout. We're all just out there having fun, and eventually we're going to get it right. So, more often than not, we've gotten it right so far. We just hope to keep riding that through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brash, it doesn't hurt when you have a guy like Dobby Sai hitting in front of you who's got now 8 hits through 6 games, and it seems like more often than not, whenever he hits, you hit. So
I just wait for him. If he's not, I'm not going to. So.
One of those kinds of deals. How about the job? We get like Logan Wiley back from the marathon today. He was perfect for the first 3 before the no-hitter got broken up there in the 4th. But Courtney, how about the job by your relief guys, Mason Davis and Ethan Paskey, 2 scoreless innings apiece today?
Yeah, those guys are filling it up. That's where it starts, right? You got to throw strikes, and that's what we kind of talked to them about at the beginning of the year. Don't be a hero. Don't try and go out there and get a bunch of swings and misses. Just fill up the strike zone and things will be good for you. And so they've done, the recipe hasn't changed for us. It's you're going to see the same thing. You're going to see Wiley starting it off, giving us some strong work there, and you're going to see Mason in the middle, and you're going to see Paskey on the back end. And we feel very confident in those 3 arms that we can mix Seth Burns in there when we need to. And he's been really, really solid for us too. And so I said it last week, every good team starts on the mound, and we've got that.
Yeah. So Brash, how about some defense to go with it too? We saw you run down a long fly ball today. So
well, we had a chat about that before the game. Spitz told me he tells his high school guys, especially in center, that they just need to go catch balls. So I was motivated to just go catch balls today. So
that's all it takes.
That's all it took. I need motivation to do it. All right, let's do it.
We had some lineup scratches prior to the game. Some guys at last minute complications came up, and so Brash was just kind of joking around. I don't know how I'm going to deal with these lineup changes. And I said, hey, it's pretty easy in the outfield. Just literally catch everything in the air. And
wow. So not since Earl Weaver have I heard of a more inspiring
it was great.
Pregame coach up there.
That was a big catch.
It was a huge catch. And if you look at the overall momentum of the game, I would point to that. And then like there was a play you had, Courtney, where you guys caught a guy stealing at second base, where I would say that would have been the opportunity for the Locos to swing it, and you made them come up empty-handed twice.
Yeah, I like it when they run. It's fun to continue to throw as a catcher and continue to get that aspect in. So,
well, let's talk about for both of you guys, because you are sort of the elder statesman on a team with a whole bunch of 20-somethings otherwise. So, what does that mean for you guys to have the opportunity to still do it, to still make the big catch, to still gun a guy down stealing, to still hit RBI extra base hits?
I get nervous before games just because I'm so excited to play still. I do. I look forward to this all week. I love Sundays, not just playing grip and rip ball, but NFL football is a great time of the year. And I was jittery before today's game because I just love playing in this league. I love continuing to play the game. So, this one day a week makes my whole week. I love it. Brash?
Yeah, it's the same. I don't know. There's times I feel like it's starting to overmatch a little bit, and then it evens out. But no. It's so much fun. I love doing it.
All right, so one more regular season game is left for the Nixa Suckers, 3 o'clock next Sunday, September the 29th, against the Ozark Mountain Ducks.
Yeah, we need that one back.
We do. Let's do it.
Yeah, we need to run that one back.
Last time out, it was coming off of the Labor Day break, which apparently rest was what you guys did not need. And now you've got a chance to turn it around.
I don't see how we don't get the 1 seed, so we're going to get rest before the playoffs, so we better figure that out.
Right.
We think that was a bit of a fluke when we lost to the Ducks. We're not very happy about that.
That's understandable. I mean, that's your one blemish.
Yeah, that's the skid mark in our underwear right now, so we're definitely wanting that one back.
All right. Well, and then we will talk about clean underwear for the playoffs because you opened the door, so let's talk about the playoffs. So,
playoffs.
You're a 5-win team. You're going to walk out of here today the only 5-win team in the league. We've got the Showmen with a win today could improve to 4-2, but you're still going to be a game up on them regardless. So, right, you're in the driver's seat to win the GRBL South. Going back to the semifinals for all intent and purposes. So with the team you've got, with all the exuberance you have, what is the recipe? How do you deal with the inevitable level of intensity that comes with playoff baseball?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
so
right.
Don't change anything really. We just need to go out there and play another baseball game. I think that's the biggest thing for us is let's not hype up a game to be a different feeling just because it's a different time of the month or year or whatever. So hopefully we just stay relaxed and let it come to us and keep pouring on runs and keep finding holes and doing everything we've been doing. So consistency is the key.
And Brash is a guy with his name on the bell. You feel compelled at all to give the young guns any advice, or let me tell you something about the playoffs, boys?
They'll be fine. Relax. That's the big thing. Relax and have fun, like every week.
All right.
I've never been there, so
we'll get there.
Uncharted territory.
Well, speaking of uncharted territory, it's slightly charted, but a rare fraternity. You're in the 50-hit club. Jared Brashler's in it, and here to welcome you, Courtney Spitz. So that's.
Where's my gold jacket, or what do we get? Rance,
I think some guys usually take a game ball.
I did get that. It's in my
Okay,
glove.
well, good. You want me to write something on it? What, you didn't get a game ball, Brash?
I won a championship with the 50th hit, and I didn't get a game ball.
Well, that's because I don't know what happened to the ball. I think it got thrown
off.
I think it got thrown into Sparta or
Probably
something.
did.
Brock ate it.
I don't know what to tell you about that, Brash.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, but
it's okay.
Hey, you got a ball. We can ride on it.
Feels like it was a long time coming, but like I said, 50 hit club is cool. I just saw a post about Caleb Cole and some of those guys that have gotten there before me, so it's good. I love it. Starting to find it a little bit, so hopefully we can get it going next week again and ride it out, for another 2 or 3 more weeks.
It's been a lot of fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to whatever the stretch run holds for the Nixa Suckers. Congratulations on a big win today, guys.
Thanks.
Jared Brashler, Courtney Spitz from the Nixa Suckers, winners today, 11-3. They defeat the Republic Locos and improve to 5-1. They right now are leaders by 2 games in the GRBL South Division, but a little bit to be settled coming up here in just a few moments on the YouTube channel. We will shut down this stream and start up a new one to bring you the Ozark Mountain Ducks and the Rance Showmen. So until then, for our executive producers Harrison Waters and Tony Lewis, and for our director Derek Saiko, my name is Rance Berger, wishing you good afternoon from Ozark, Missouri.